Even in a seemingly perfect place like Fishers, Indiana, it still has its flaws. Behind all the nice scenery, community, and money in Fishers, racism still exists and affects people of color on a regular basis. Indiana is not new to racism, as the Indiana branch of the KKK was founded in 1915 in Evansville, and is still in operation today. This graph shows the shocking percentage of people in Indiana that belonged to the KKK during the 1920s. Indiana has deep roots with racism and can be seen here in Fishers with people who still swing the Confederate flag and don't hesitate to say racial slurs. Since racism was so widespread in Indiana during the 20s, the state government was heavily influenced by the Klan, and in 1924, KKK member Edward Jackson was elected governor. Racism and the KKK aren't just bad memories from the 1920s. Just last year, the Klan held a cookout in Madison, Indiana to rally and demonstrate their beliefs. And the Klan is also planning on making this an annual event that they do every year. Over the past year or two, here in Fishers, we have witnessed a few standout racist events in the HSE district. The most infamous one was about 2 years ago when a student from Fishers High School dressed up as blackface, as well as calling another African American student's daughter a monkey. The other event was here at HSE, where a student was harassing another student on Snapchat by calling him the N-word. While these two events were very publicized, some people believe that those students were just bad outliers and that as a whole, Fishers and the schools in Fishers aren't racist. So we went around and asked a few fellow students for their opinions.
Alright, how do you feel about racism here in Fishers, Indiana, if there is any?
There's definitely racism here in our school. It just happens more over social media, and it's not like they say it to you. It's just like you can see it and feel it when you're with your friends.
How do you feel like that affects not only like other people but like minorities and stuff?
It makes you not want to come to school. It makes you feel uncomfortable.
Do you feel like there are any like white privileged people in here?
I don't really know. Probably.
Yeah. All right.
This interview brings up a very good point that some people might be too afraid to say or do racist things in school or in person in general, but when it's online or over a text, they'll be much less hesitant. But either way, it's still a form of racism and it's still going to affect people of color. Do you notice white privilege in Fishers, Indiana, and specifically in HSE?
Yeah, I feel like some people when they get in trouble or they get certain things they want depending on their race.
Yeah, I have a personal story about being in a situation of systematic racism. One day, a cop pulled me and my brother, and my cousin over. I don't even remember the reason, but we were just sitting on a driveway, doing nothing, and he just put his signs on. He told us to get out the car. He just started checking us and everything, and he gave my cousin a ticket. No why. But yeah.
Have you experienced any racist encounters at HSE?
I think so. At the FSN, Animal Zoo, everyone there is wearing Confederate flag shirts and hats, and I just feel uncomfortable.
Racism can affect HSE in a few ways. The short-term effect is that students of color will not want to come to school because they won't feel safe or comfortable. A long-term effect is that the reputation of a school could be diminished if the same racist actions keep on happening to students. Our discovery is similar to the hate you give in the sense that just like in the book, a community as a whole might not be racist, but the 1% instances add up and make things unfair and uncomfortable for people of color. Based on our research over the past couple days, racism is still prevalent in Fishers and does raise a red flag for people of color.